And today we have a special little treat for you guys. We're at the gym, so we're killing two birds, one stone, you know? And what I wanted to talk about was the fact that I missed last week, and then this video is obviously going to be late as well because, well, let me just break it down to you and tell you exactly what's going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with let's see. Okay, so I'm just tell you what happened. So we know all about the Kirk, Charlie Kirk situation and shit. I wanted to talk about that last week, or the week that it happened and stuff, whatever. But due to the fact that my partner, as you guys all know him, Christian, well, my ex-partner now, he was my co-host for the channel and stuff or whatever. And what ended up happening was that fool stole from me, so I ended up firing him. And since that happened, I also don't want to be his friend or whatever the fuck, right? So yeah, I fired that fool. He stole from me. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it out there because that's the truth, and I never bullshit. That's why I say this. Can't make this shit up. I'm not making it up. It's all facts. I got shit to prove. So that's none of nobody's business but mine. But I'm just saying this part that he stole from me, and that's the truth. I said I wasn't gonna say nothing about it, but the fact that he stole was not cool. So yeah, this video is gonna be obviously posted later. This is a couple of days after he stole whatever. So it's been a couple of days ago. And well, yeah, dude, he fucking basically rolled up to my crib, and he fucking stole one of my nephew's like hats and shit. So I confronted him about it. I told him right before he left, like, yo, bro, did you take this shit or not? And he said no. I said, you lying to me right now? He said no. I said, all right, cool. I walked away, he walks away, whatever. And then something just kept telling me, because I've seen it, like, you gotta confront him, I'm the kind of guy just like doesn't like to believe it, even if you see it. So what I ended up doing was, the next day he came to work and I said, okay, I gotta tell him today, but like before things get out of hand or whatever, right? So I ended up asking him, like, bro, I know you stole something, and I want all the shit, but you gave, you stole, give it back. And I'll also say you're fired, and I also don't want to be your homeboy type of shit, So I was very mature about it. No one threw hits, no one punched nobody, nothing. And well, yeah, dude. So I just told him what's up, and he kind of just stayed quiet the entire time situation, And he gave the hat back, obviously, or whatever. But I basically told that fool I don't want to be his homeboy no more, and that was it. So that fool won't be coming out no more on the channel at all. 0%. Like 0% him, G, my friend again, anything like that again ever. I kind of don't even want to see him shit type shit. So it's like almost like when you're like in a relationship with a girl, whatever. Like she does some shady shit, and you're like, all right, fuck this bitch. But stupid fools will, stick to it. Like, oh, you know what? She did it one time. She's not gonna do it again. She learned her lesson. They're only sorry because you caught them, not because they cheated. So with that being said, it's just a friendship situation like that too, where you say fuck them too. You send them to hell because, I don't know, you wish them the best, but you say fuck you at the same time. So with that being said, yeah, Christian basically fired and shit. He's no longer even popping on the channel, nothing. I have no association with him at all. So that's that with that guy. And honestly, it kind of feels good because, like, keep it a buck, right? We got to keep this shit a buck. So that fool kind of dragged me down because, like, not only him, it's myself, because I let it happen to myself instead of doing good for myself and worrying about myself instead of somebody else. I go ahead and care for somebody else. Like, it always, it's just how we are in human nature type shit. Or at least that's how I am, right? So, like, I helped him build his little business. Wasn't moving forward with it. I kept telling him, so it's like almost talking like I was talking to a wall almost, And like I noticed some shit, like we'd be at work, I'd be laughing and doing some funny shit, but he just face would stay like that. He would say, oh, just who I am, but it's like, there's gotta be something in there, bro, that's not letting you do these good things, these positive actions or whatever you want to call them. So I think and I know, well, I think and I feel that homeboy was just like a low-key hater the whole time. And I was so mad that I had all the good shit, like not the good shit, like I think he was just probably, I don't know, like it just seemed like he was jealous about a lot of shit, which it should never be that way, because if we're homies and I got it, you probably have it too, bro. Because if I got it, I'm gonna share with you. And I'm sure if you got it, I hope you share it with me, kind of shit. So for me, it was never like I hate this guy or I envy him or anything like that. But it felt like that to some point. But I just brushed it off. I'm like, you know what? It's just how the guy is. But putting two together, hearing stories from other people, totally didn't make sense. I see why the people cut him off. I can understand that shit. And to go back to the story of Christian, stealing from me or whatever, this is the first time I actually caught him stealing. Imagine the other times I haven't caught, like the times I'd be going to the garage and I'm like, well, I'll be back, bro. I go in the pad, grab something. Imagine how many times and all the shit he stole that I don't know about. That was only one time that I caught him, the only time I caught him, because it would never happen again. And then it's crazy, it's like your closest homies will do some shit like that, some shady shit, instead of asking like, yo, can I get that hat, can I buy that? They won't do it. But, and it's crazier to me because me, bro, like, me, out of all people, me, dog, like, I had your back, bro. Mad love, everything, bro. Anything you could look for in a homie, I was that guy. Still that guy. So, it's kind of fucked how shit had to go down. And yeah, that's just how I feel about shit now. But, with that being said, fuck that guy. Fuck him, period. There's nothing more to say. But it kind of fucked with me a little bit. But I actually thought he was a homie, That's what it was. And like to tell him like, yo, bro. And then like, not only that, like, so we're doing like this, he was my co-host or whatever. And on top of that, he's like working with me. So it's like, what else would you want? Like the only thing he had to go do is come to the gym with me type shit. And I think he'd have his life pretty chill, But, everyone's on their own shit. Everyone's on different levels, and that's fine. So, with him being away, that actually, believe it or not, I'm gonna say this, but in the future, like another part or two, then I'll say the surprise. But the surprise is that him being away from me type shit was actually not beneficial, it was a blessing almost. Because, well, a lot of good things happened right after like I figured that shit out. After I fired him, after I let him go, a lot of cool things actually happened for me. And sometimes you gotta let go of shit to get new shit, to make space for the new shit that's coming in, And it's also like that comfort shit where like, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym. Oh, I don't feel like doing this. Sometimes we don't feel like doing shit. But sometimes if you go and do it, 5 minutes after the fact that you're there, you kind of forget about why you shouldn't go. Think about the reasons why you should stay there and fuck it up. So, yeah, I don't even know where I was going. I was just fucking throwing bars right there, but, yeah, I got good shit coming up, blessing my way, like, everything just turned, like, 360 almost for me, like, way cooler. I don't know, it was like a blessing in disguise type shit where I needed to figure it out, who the snakes and who the motherfuckers that doing me and done me wrong and cut them out of my life. That's the reason why I don't got homeboy. That's the reason why I'm running this shit pod by myself, because it's kind of hard to find someone like me, or at least some type of like kind of standards, you know what I mean? Like life, like respect, all that shit, loyalty, all that. But there's no one that really got it. The people that play you dirty, that's not loyalty, Steal from you, that's not a homie type shit, like all that stuff. So with that being said, I'm just like, I run that shit by myself till I think what Russell said, like if you do your shit and people see you doing your shit, someone eventually is gonna come along and say, hey, I like the shit you're doing, can I be part of your team? And that's the type of people you want in your life, and that's the type of people you want in your circle, because if you want the same thing or in the same category, for instance, Christian like the video shit, photography, as he says, which I believed, like that's why we clicked in that way. Anything else was he like his music, my music, whatever. But if you find the right people that like the shit that you do too, it becomes like a cool little family type of shit. You build a cool ass friendship, a little gang going on, you know, you all hang out, bullshit, fuck with each other. But that's not the case in this case. You know, my case is a little bit different. So I ride solo for the meantime, in between time. I have fun though. At the end of the day, got a lot of cool people that I know, you know, I can walk up to and talk to. And I think that's all that matters really, in the family too, you know, you got family and shit. I got a cool little family and shit. So, like, that's all that really matters, you know. As long as you got some people that love you, and you love them right back, and then your family loves you as well, everything else is suck a dick, you know. So, in between time, as this is going on, I don't even know how long we're in. Over 10 minutes in already. But yeah, as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, I think everything will turn out the way it's supposed to. And like, I'm saying this surprise thing because I manifested it and I thought it and I saw it. And now it's happening. And it kind of feels like I already been in it, you know, type shit. So that's all I'm gonna say. And moving forward with that shit, we'll talk about, I wrote some shit like a week and a half ago to talk about with me and Kris on the pop, but that didn't happen. So Kris, excuse me, a couple things about these girls, right? Girls, I'm talking about girls, this is a bitch right here that, I don't know if I told some of my co-workers about her, but she act like she don't know me, who I am, but whatever, that's besides the point. Let's get back on track. When the girls be like, you do something, for example, like, you've been watching this girl's story and she watches your story or whatever, right? Vice versa, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. And then one day you just decide not to just view it because you're not online or whatever. Then you just go back, you know, you post your shit, but you usually notice that she always be watching it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So the day that the day that you go on and you don't look, you know, because you're just doing your own shit, you're just like scrolling, doing whatever. You go on yours, just feel, let me see who looks, you know, a bunch of viewers, no likes, you know, but the views are always there. They're always looking, that's the thing, that's a good thing. But what's it called? So yeah, so then they'll do the same thing, or like you do something, they do something right back, like revengeful type shit, but they'll do it to the max where it's like, bitch, I only fucking like some girl's picture, she gotta go and suck a dick. Like, huh? That shit don't even out. But whatever, these bitches are weird. So with that being said, another thing, some crazy story, I'll actually say it now. Oh yeah, like they be getting like that, they be acting like they're in kindergarten type shit, so that's kind of shitty. But it's whatever, dude. And then, so this other chick, dude, we're talking whoop-de-woo. Nothing happens or whatever. We're just talking, you know. It's a friend from a friend, whatever, right? I'm sure the person watching it, that person actually knows I'm actually talking about him, so whatever, right? I just found it weird that out of nowhere, all cool, we chopping it up, talking back and forth with you, right? And then they say one day, boom, I ain't trying to talk to you, I'm trying to be my own thing. All right, cool, whatever. I was all right with it. Fuck it, they said what's up. But you can feel it already in there, so it's like, instead of telling you gotta go and figure it out, I don't know. But so I say whatever, I let it be. And then I say, you know, I say you're good, whatever. Person writes back. And I don't even think the person writes back. This person calls me, you know, hey, what's up, what you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just kicking her here, chopping up some bullshit, booty woo. So then, you know, we start talking for like 4 hours, 3 hours. Everything's all good in the hood. And actually, she didn't even say that she didn't want to talk no more, she wanted space or nothing like that, right? It was after the fact of the call. That's what it was. So then we chop it up, everything's cool. Like, let me hit you up in a little bit, whoop-de-woo. Boom. I hit her up after like a shower or something, boo. And then I'm like, yo, Mal, what's up? You know, not bullshit, with some bullshit like message, you know. She, yeah, you good, whatever. I said, anyways, what are you up to, la da da. Then you can start feeling that little difference of a tension type of shit. So then I let it be, whatever. No, I let it be, and I don't realize that she deleted me, but it still has her as a friend. Right? So then she requests me, but I don't even see the request because I see her calling me or whatever. I just had hopped on Insta, boom, you know, she called me, whoop-de-whoop. But I only hopped on to check something real quick, but I couldn't answer because my hands were wet or whatever. I was watching a dog. And you know, she keep calling. Then when I get a chance, I'm like, what's up? What you need? So let me call you, Whoop-de-woo. All right, fuck it, call me. She calls me. La da da. And I'm like, what's up? Whatever you doing, you know? But let me get back to this part of the story. On the night that she called me for those 3-4 hours, it was more like she felt guilty about not hanging out because we were supposed to hang out, but she never said yes. She said yes, but she didn't say yes, or whatever, right? That's besides the point. But I think she felt guilty of that. All right, moving forward. So then I'm like, what's up with it? And I called her, I'm like, you can call me now, whatever. So how you been? I'm like, I'm good, what the fuck? So how your business doing? I'm like, oh, it's cool, you know, we shut down for a little bit, because permits and whatnot, right? So she's like, have you talked to Whoop-de-woo? And have you talked to Whoop-de? I'm like, nah, I haven't talked to them fools. But I'm like, what's up though? And I don't know, I just found it strange where I think she was trying to figure out where the fuck steps in the water, see where we're at with it. But to me, I don't really give a fuck. As a lot of people know, I don't really give a fuck. I think about it, but I let it go. And it really don't bother me. Nothing can bother me. I got bigger problems to worry about than fucking this situation, you know? So I say, I'm cool, whatever. I not call her out on it, but I say like, hey, like, what's up with you? Like, needing space or whatever the fuck, but you're calling me. She's like, oh, just making sure, checking up on you. I'm like, all right, for sure, you know? Totally cool, you know? Appreciate it. But, I don't know, and then let me get to the part two though. So anyways, I let that be, whatever. Hang up, all that. A couple days go by, I'm like, fuck it. I was about to write her a message or something like that, or send her something. And I just couldn't find her, so I went down on my, my list of messages, and it just said like Facebook user. I'm like, what? Who the fuck is this? I was like, somebody deleted this shit. I'm like, whatever, let me go check. So I scrolled through the message. I'm like, oh, is this chick, you know? And yeah, she ended up just blocking me or whatever for whatever reason, which I don't mind. But it's just like, they don't make no sense. Why'd you want to delete me, add me, then block me? I don't know. She probably got issues or something, but that's her problem. But with that being said, that's that for that. Oh, and the fact that like when you get homies and shit, you know, like people you may know or whatever, and they like hit you out of nowhere and ask you for like some money, you're like, what? Oh, you haven't seen you in like 10 months, bro. You hit me up with this bullshit, you know? Or they see you doing good, you know, on whatever, on the internet, whoop-de-woo. And they'll hit you up like nothing ever happened. Like everyone's totally cool and whoop-de-woo. And that's not the fact. It just, you kind of just, I don't know, I mean, you kind of see it coming from a mile away almost. But it's unexpected where they hit you up like, oh, this fool just, you already kind of know what he wants. You're like, oh, you want money? Oh, you want this, you want that. Most of the time it's the money shit. But like I said, that's why I ride solo. I don't do nothing with nobody. If I do something, I do it alone. If I ride on myself, I'm a dumbass, right? But it's kind of better riding by yourself because, I don't know, it just feels way cooler. You get to talk to the camera and shit, fuck around, meet cool people, all that good shit. So that's what I do. I have a good time by myself, believe it or not. I kind of have a better time with people that are strangers rather than people I know, because you kind of bullshit the strangers and have a better time with them too. But I'm kind of cool with all types of people. Anybody talk to me, I talk right back. It's a good time all the time. But yeah, I think that's what I had to say on that pod. But that's the reason why we hadn't posted or nothing like that, because dealing with this hot dog situation or whatever, right? And dealing with the Christian situation kind of fucked up schedule, you know what I'm saying? So fucked up, yeah, it's fucked up the whole scheduling of set, like throwing out videos. But now that I'm by myself again, there's no reason I shouldn't be posting every Saturday. Like I said, post to post. So I'm gonna stick to that. I'm gonna start getting back on Instagram on the hot dog one too, as soon as I get the business back in business. Right now we just stop for a little bit, we pump the brakes, you know, stop for some reasons, get permits and whoop-de-woo. But after that, it's game time, baby. Nothing can stop us, you know. We grill them doggy style. That's how we do it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it that I had to say about that happened that a couple days ago and shit. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't fucking gone to the gym. I'm back to the gym. It's been a couple fucking like 2 to 3 weeks now that I didn't go. So I'm a little rusty. My arms were hella sore today. Yesterday too. But yeah, we're fucking back, dude. There's no reason why anything should stop me doing what I gotta do. Because no one's in front of me or beside of me telling me not to do or to do. It's all up to me at the end of the day. Like I was debating coming to the gym today. I'm not, should I go to the gym or should I film a video and do what I'm supposed to be doing? You know, which both are important. But I feel like obviously the gym's just a little slightly more important than that. Because it's your health. Without your health, you ain't shit. Without you, you ain't making money or everything, you know? So it all ties in. And so what I decided to do was, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna grab a fucking tripod. I'm gonna grab my phone, plug that hoe in, and call it a fucking day, you know, while I'm fucking talking, do my cardio, and chit chat with you guys, let you know what's going on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know anything else right now. But it is currently 4:24 in the morning. Definitely late as shit. We got like 10 more minutes on here, 15 more minutes on here. And basically this cardio session's over. But yeah, I just kind of doing my own thing now and it just feels real good. Like it kind of helps you grow too, to go through some shit like that. Whether it be relationship, friendship, ups and downs, like life got good and bad. So you can't just get all the good and not expect the bad. But that's how this one is. It's the bad side, you know. I'm just going down. It's a little, like, life is up and downs. I'm just down a little downslide right now. When I pop up though, it's over. It's fucking over for everybody. All the people that are watching and, oh my God, spoon this, spoon that. Because I know there's people that talk shit. Like, imagine this. Hey, my own homeboy stole from me. Imagine the motherfuckers that aren't supposedly cool with me. Like, oh, I love spoon, whoop-de-whoop. Behind closed door, they be talking shit. Oh, this ain't gonna make it. Like, my own family members type shit too. And whatever, right? They be talking shit, so it's like, if I could expect from my family, from a fucking close friend, I can expect it from anyone. But you guys know me, I don't care, like none of that shit affects me. I've been called the worst, I've been at my worst. So this is nothing, babe. It is like a little kid play to me, you know, a little comment here, a little comment there, ooh. Don't get me wrong, we're human. Sometimes we have that down day where we do read a comment like, fucking bitch. Get mad a little bit, but I get it. But for the most part, 99% of the time, it's all love, you know, all the way back. Because hate with hate, you ain't gonna win on, you know, fire with fire, it's not gonna turn off type shit. So gotta put a little love on there. Let them know you don't mean no harm. You're just doing you and you're, you know, let to express yourself type shit. And I don't know, I'm mean, I love being me. Ain't nobody better that can do it than me. And that's what makes me me, man. But yeah, we're at the gym. Everyone's killing it in here, dude, for sure. Everyone minding their business. Like to the people out there that do want to go to the gym and start to go, a little shy or embarrassed, whoop-de-woo, right? You a big boy or big girl, just hit the fucking gym. Trust me, no one gives a fuck. Look at me, I'm recording this shit at the gym right now. No one gives a fuck. Everyone's on their own shit. Everyone got own problems, shit going in their head. But if you stick to the script, you know, head up, chest out, boom, boom. Come fuck it up in here. Start with some cardio, just get that body going. First week, too, boom, boom, boom. And then start figuring it out. Hit somebody up, you know, that works out. You know, you got a friend, I'm sure you got a friend that works out. Holler at them, say, yo, look, I'm trying to lose some weight, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do that. Because I don't really know much about this shit. I just do what I know what I'm supposed to do. And then once you find that person, be cool with them, you know? Take them out to eat, buy them a little something, whoop-de-whoop. Because you gotta be grateful and shit too. They take the time out of the day to write to you like, yo, you gotta eat this, you gotta do this kind of workout. I got a friend that, you know, for me, I was lucky that I know this guy from a while. Shout out to my guy, Jeff Halvery. And so I would always try to lose weight and shit. I mean, try to go to the gym, but I never knew shit. I just know cardio was all I knew. I hit that fool up. That fool works out hella crazy. Big ass boy. I'm actually gonna throw him up right here right now. Like he's a monster, right? But look. So I hit him up. I'm like, what's up, bro? Like, what do you do with your workouts? Whoop-de-woo. He said, I start right here. I do this, I do that. You know, so I was like, what would you recommend me to do, bro? Like, to start each, I don't know nothing about nothing. You know, he threw down a little schedule. Like, Monday you should do this, Tuesday you should do that, Wednesday this, Thursday whoop-de-woo. You know, Friday, Saturday, all day. And then I started saying, all right, babe. I was like, I don't gotta do nothing else. I was like, what if I get tired of this? He's like, just start with that, and then you can start kind of modifying. And I didn't know what he meant by that when he said all that. You know, it just didn't make no sense to me. So I just stuck to the script. I did the thing what he said to do. I tweaked it up myself, just some, you know, I switched some things on different days. And I started off with that. And when I started off with that, it was super fucking weird because like you don't know nothing. And everybody else around you doing lifting bullshit. You know? You're just like, what the fuck am I doing? Am I doing this shit right? But like you don't know when you know. Anyways, you got questions, people around you can ask, though, that's for sure. So don't be embarrassed about that shit. I swear they'll love to answer anything you got. Like, hey, how do you do this? Someone's bound to show you something if you ask. So then whatever, you know, he built a schedule for me. I tweaked it up just slightly to my liking a little bit. And I started doing that for a couple months. I didn't notice nothing for like 3 months, 4 months, really. I just felt like I could carry just slightly a little bit more. And then like on my 5th, 6th month maybe, I started getting bored of that shit. So I would come like one out of the week, I wouldn't come one day or something. So I'd just be bored doing the same shit. So I started moving my shit around a little bit. Like instead of doing this arm situation, I'll be doing some other arm shit. That way my muscle also can not remember, you know, muscle memory type shit. So I started doing that slightly. Then I started adding, because I never went back to my boy. Never asked him later, like, what do I do now? I kind of just figured that shit out for myself. So then I started just tweaking shit, moving it around, boop, boop, boop. Started adding 2 exercises and shit. Decided to go in here, kill it, you know, arms and fucking legs or something like that. Or back and fucking whatever the fuck, right? Shoulders. And I just do that, and that shit kind of worked out for me. I mean, I don't get as bored as I do for my first time going in and whatever, but that shit worked out for me. And now, since I haven't been here in like 2 or 3 weeks, whoop-de-woo, I'm kind of like starting all over in a sense. I feel like I got bigger for sure, as in chubby, but still the same weight. So I don't know if I'm just bloated, whoop-de-woo, right? But I'm coming back to like, you know, ground level type shit, but it's all good because as long as I don't give up, in a week or 2, I'll be back in the game, baby. So that's the goal. That's what I'm gonna do. And then like now I want to start doing like eating just a little bit healthier. I eat like shit. Nothing crazy, but I eat like sometimes late, sometimes I don't eat. And I'm gonna try to fix that shit. Try to hit the gym just a little bit harder when I'm not recording type shit, you know? And then just have the reason to do it. But yeah, that's that right there. So I never went back to Jeff, never asked him, hey, how else do I do this? How else do I do that? I figured it out ever since. I think it's been like, I don't know, maybe like 2 years now, like a year and a half. Yeah, like a year and a half to 2 now that I've been doing. No, like a year and a half. Could be 2, I don't know. But I've been doing it for a little bit, not enough, you know. But definitely see the muscle, you know, I felt the muscle growing when I was growing. Didn't really lose much of it, you know, because I didn't have much, but whatever I had stayed. And yeah, just fucking, that's that. But let me see what else I got on my phone to tell you fools. I don't think, let me see. Oh, fucking, let me see what, yeah, so I'm gonna start fucking, I started doing this Pokemon shit. Shout out to my boy Mason. I saw this Pokemon card that they had at the shop, you know, real quick. And that shit costs like 700 or something like that. And I'm like, no way, from a fucking little Pokemon card that you can get $700 worth of a card. So, you know, my ass started getting into it. Just like that, 2 packs I bought, 10 bones. What do you? And then my dumbass yesterday, I just bought fucking $40 worth of that shit. So I'm over here like trying to get my money back and then some. So yeah, I'm back into a little Pokemon a little bit. Let's check it out, see what the fuck's up. I don't know jack shit about it, but I didn't know when I get a little Charizard though. You know, I'm slaying that shit, get my money, and go. But I'm probably gonna start playing handball again. Chonga ball, I don't know if you guys remember Chonga ball, remember back in the day? Slap the ball, bye, bye, bye. Little blue ball, remember little blue ball, that little rubber one? That's one I'm gonna get back into. Got the homegirl Mona, she hollered at me, say, hey, come through play. I'm like, damn, I missed that shit. So she hit me up and say, hey, come play sometime. We play on Wednesdays. So Wednesdays I'll be popping out there. And I think on Sundays, my boy Zach plays basketball or something, right? So I'm like, I'm probably gonna get into that shit too. Just a little bit though, nothing crazy. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing. So I'm gonna get a little more active and shit. Start doing cool shit, start going out, probably going like solo dates and cool little adventures, take you guys with me and see what the fuck happens. With that being said, I'm gonna tune out like that. Look at that little song, boom, 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 boom. We're gonna tune out with that though. You already know I'm Spoonchy. I keep it real. Can't make this shit up. See you guys next week. All right, peace.